morning, everybody, and welcome to the Songus Arena here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We are going to be bringing to you Division II MIAA Championship basketball action. Jason Roby here, along with Mark the Mayor Nichols. The man on the moving pictures is Mike the Birdman Dobbs. And Mark, got to ask you, how did this Dracut team get here? Because pretty improbable, but yet they are here, and they are playing a different level of basketball right now.
They are indeed, Mike. You know, you know, Coach, Jace, that was unintentional. Hard work. I mean, Dracut has long been considered a blue-collar community, and these girls have played blue-collar basketball. 3 close games in the tournament. I mean, they had a relative easy time against Notre Dame of Hingham, but Notre Dame of Hingham, in my opinion, is potentially the best team that they faced in this tournament because they had shooting that went cold in the second half. Now, down the stretch, beginning with Wakefield last Friday night, where they got banged and battered almost to a pulp, Dracut showed toughness, something that Coach Steve Talbot, since I've known him most of my life, has shown throughout his athletic career, which ended here at UMass Lowell, over across the river on Cushing Field. That's how Dracut got here. How they really got here, MIAA Saad. She has shown something that we didn't see at the beginning of the year. I don't know that anybody would have predicted unless they knew her up close and personal. They got here by allowing Ashley Talbot to be who she is, which is a distributor, a captain, a leader. And leadership doesn't mean that you're going to score all the time. It means that you're going to pay attention to what's going on in the game and do what's right for your team. I really hate to quote Charles Barkley, but he said it right last night in the NCAA men's tournament. And he said, when you've got a point guard and she's your best player or he's your best player, that's a true weapon because they can control the game any which way they want to.
You and I had the opportunity to call that Medfield Final Four game the other night at Worcester State University, and we talked a lot about secondary scoring, and we had an opportunity to see Emma Felker light it up from the outside. Do you think much the same tonight in terms of they're going to put a lot of attention on Talbot and Al Assad, and that's going to open things up for her?
You can hope that that's going to be the case. You know, if you've watched this tournament and you didn't read the highlight reels and you didn't look at, say, Twitter or anything like that, where people talk about Ashley Talbot, Division II Player of the Year, MVC, 2-time defending Player of the Year, and you look at the game tape, you don't think that Ashley Talbot's really the best player on this team because she hasn't shown it yet. But I think in big time players show up. And I expect that from Ashley Talbot tonight. She may be playing with a heavy heart as she lost her Aunt Cheryl last weekend. But I think the key to this game is Emma Felker making her threes, the quick hands of MIAA Saad, Amaya Alcazar in the post, grabbing those rebounds. She's had a couple of double-digit rebounding games in the last few games of this tournament. And Brody Gannon, who brings toughness to this team.
Yeah.
Gannon tough, I've said all year. Yeah. She's absolutely tough. She gets it from her aunts and uncles.
You and I spoke about this could be a battle of guards from a standpoint of, you know, in terms of ball handling, shooting, penetrating, defending. This Foxboro team has a couple of great guards in their own right. Cam Collins, who is all over the leaderboard for this Foxboro Warriors team. She scores 17 points a game. She's got 6 steals a game, about 6 assists per game. She is up and down, probably one of the best players, if not the best player on this team. She's only a junior. They have another sophomore guard, Kaylee Sullivan, averaging almost 18 a game. So it's gonna probably come down to the guard play that is best tonight, hoist that state championship trophy at the end of the night.
Yeah, and you know, as somebody who, certainly I didn't make my living on shooting. I was a JV basketball player at Dracut, and it was no better than that. But the backdrop, they've talked about it a lot. When you listen to shooters, Larry Bird all the way down, when you talk to shooters, that backdrop is really important. The atmosphere is really important. And if Mike pans down right in front of us, this entire side of the arena is filled with Dracut middies. Filled.
They travel quite well to the Lady Middies, no doubt about it. They are of the MVC, the Merrimack Valley Conference. Meanwhile, their opponents tonight from the Hockomock League, they lost to Oliver Ames, did this Dracut team a year ago. And that is exactly who the Warriors have taken over the place of in this particular game this year. So trying to stop a back-to-back Hockomock League winning the Division II state title. Dracut is firing on all cylinders right now. Talking to Coach Peter Witz, he said, you know, this team is tired of hearing about everybody else. Why not us? Why not the Lady Middies? We're playing as good a basketball as anybody else in the state right now, and they are just, and you mentioned it, they've taken a workmanlike approach to this game here today.
And that's what you need to do. At this point in time, I don't think talent, college offers, or anything else matters. It's how you approach this game. Peter Witz was quoted in the Lowell Sun this morning in saying that his team has taken a very business-like approach for the last 4 days and preparing for this game. They waited, agonizingly waited, to find out when they would be playing, and they got the prime time slot, 6 o'clock. Last night, the Andover Golden Warriors ladies won the Division I state title on this court against, I think, a previously undefeated team. So does that mean, well, that it's a quick 5-minute trip down Lakeview Avenue to the Saugus Arena for these middies? Perhaps. Only time will tell.
Well, I think the mantra here tonight should be Drake it till we make it, baby.
Do your job.
We're going to meet the starters right now. Number 5, Ashley Talbot, spoke about her a lot in the pregame. Lamise Al-Assad, number 24, her backcourt mate, also getting the start for Coach Peter Witz. Number 10, Brody Gannon. She was banged up a little bit in the early part of the season, and she has made a huge difference for this Lady Middies team down the stretch. Number 31, Amaya Alcazar, doing some serious work on the boards in their semifinal. And the aforementioned Emma Felker, she shot lights out and kept them in that Medfield game in the first half. Peter Witz is the head coach for this Dracut team. Excited to see what the Lady Middies do out here today. Now we'll meet the Foxboro Warriors, the 19-1 Foxboro Warriors. Their only loss coming at the hands of Wachusett this year, and if it was a close game, I believe it was a 5-point difference. So we'll meet the Foxboro who got here. They beat Holliston, then South High, then Chicopee, and then Walpole in the semifinals. I had an opportunity to talk to Lisa Downs, the head coach, and she said, you look at our scores, you can tell we are a defense-first team. And we'll meet the starters for Coach Lisa Downs. It's her 12th year.
Cameron Collins, number 2. Number 11, Kaylee Sullivan. Number 13. Number 13, Erin Foley. Sorry, these numbers are not in order or in alphabetical order. And I believe that's number 3, Isabel Chamberlain, the junior forward.
And the last one that was announced was a sophomore center. That's Addie Reuter. She averages 10 rebounds per game. So something has got to give here today. We'll take a break for the national anthem. We'll be back for the tip in just a moment. And this place is ready to rock and roll. Jason Roby here, along with Mark the Mayor Nichols on the color commentary. Mike the Birdman Dobbs is on the moving pictures. You are watching us on delay at Dracut Access TV. I told you in the semifinals, stick around. You're going to be happy you did. I'm going to say the exact same thing heading into this one. Mark, any final thoughts before we tip this thing off?
Yeah, I think Dracut needs to come out without any apprehension. You know, it's for 5 girls on this basketball team, it's their final high school basketball game. Go out and have fun. If I'm Peter Witz, I hope that's what he told these girls. Go out and have fun. You've made it farther than any Dracut team has ever made it.
That is great advice right there. Have fun, let it fly, no telling what'll happen. The 2 best in the state of Massachusetts Division II girls basketball ready to tip off here from the campus at UMass Lowell, the Tsongas Center. And we are underway. Jump ball is taken by Felker over to the point guard. Talbot into the corner. Felker coming up short.
Away.
Rebound goes to Reuter, and she's got her first. She averages 10. Back the other way come the Warriors. Marked up Gannon is Kaylee Sullivan. Ball gets
steals
stolen.
The ball. Drive and go, Emmy.
And in, and a chance for a 3-point play. Felker is on the board. And a great start here for the Lady Middies.
Well, she did it in the semifinal. Why not do it in the final? Emma Felker scores Dracut's first points.
And that is exactly what you talked about, Mark. This Midi team, if they get off to a good start here, you have to like their chances.
In and out on the free throw.
That personal foul went against Erin Foley. That's the junior guard's first personal. Back the other way comes Collins. She'll whip it around the perimeter. Sullivan now, left-hand dribble, hesitation. Into the low block it goes. Little turnaround jumper is up and good by Reuter.
Oh, Lamise Ali-Saad misses the pass. Easy pass. Talbot's covering the guard. 2 points.
And just like that,
Foxboro lead.
Collins is on the board. Here comes the full court pressure. Ball goes to Ali-Saad. She's got a clear path. 2-on-1 potential. Kicked out Felker. She's not shy. Yachts it.
Gets it. 3-pointer. Emma Felker.
Felker's got 5-4 advantage. And here comes the pressure by the Lady Middies. They are able to sustain and fall back now as Foxboro operates in the half court.
Felker
this is Sullivan. Sullivan got the ball over to Foley. Foley looking for the low block. They find Reuter. Reuter goes up and is fouled and has a chance for a 3-point play.
Middies are giving up some serious height difference in the post. I think they're going to have to press all day, all night, and count on the quick hands of Lamise Ali-Saad to win this game.
That's Alcazar's first personal, the team's first personal, and to the line goes Reuter. She's got 4, looking for her 5th point here. And she makes it.
All net.
7-5 Foxboro. Back the other way comes Talbot, being harassed all the way by Collins. Up, and they're going to call it on the floor.
Yep, it was on the floor.
But more importantly, that's Cam Collins' first personal foul. And if there's anyone that can get your best player in foul trouble, it would be Ashley Talbot.
Coach Downs is up and down the court, her half of the court, yelling at her players, offering encouragement and direction.
Underneath,
Felker
all alone,
underneath.
Felker.
Easy 2.
And Felker is on fire. She has all 7 of the Lady Midi points. Here comes
Middies
the pressure.
show the trap. They
handle
break the trap. Number 3 has the basketball.
2-on-1. Good hustle defense in the transition by Brody Gannon. That was a 2-on-1 opportunity, Mark. If Gannon doesn't get back, that's an easy Foxboro bucket.
It is. The Middies are going to have to counteract this height differential with strong guard play, quick hands.
Chamberlain comes up over the top to Sullivan. Sullivan over to Foley. Foley now into the corner. Underneath it goes. Good denial defense.
MIAA Alcazar out of Talbot.
Talbot now over the half court, marked closely by Collins. Into Felker on the baseline. No call. Jumper. No. Rebound goes
Get tough.
to the Lady Middies, but
they turn
stolen
it over
away.
in the post. Breakaway. Talbot misses the block.
Collins has 4 now. She went up over Talbot. Talbot again working against Collins. She's got to be careful. Kick out over to the side to Gannon. Gannon uses her one dribble, gets it back to Talbot, and that may have gone off of her hand. It did not.
It
Coach
went off
Downs,
the defender.
Coach Downs was looking for possession.
Cameron Collins on the knockaway.
Ava Hill will check in. That is the 6th player for Coach Lisa Downs. 7 points for Dracut, 9 for Foxboro. It is Lady Midi possession at half court.
Felker 7, Foxboro 9.
Here comes Al-Assad now working the 1 spot. And Foxboro not really pressuring. Pick on ball doesn't do much, but Al-Assad goes to the hole, comes up short. Rebound goes to Reuter, and she's been a killer on the board so far.
Yep, the Middies need to keep them out of the low block.
Sullivan, top of the key, reverses.
Brody playing good defense with her feet.
Fired from the outside, and a Yahtzee of her own by Ava Hill. So the 6th player comes off the bench and knocks down a three-pointer. Steal on the inbound. And that's going to be by Sullivan.
14-7. Timeout Middies.
And it's a good timeout. We were exactly at this point in the semifinals. It was 14-7 Medfield, and Coach Witt's taking a timeout. They've gotten on a 5 or a 7-point run here. Your Coach Witts, what are you telling the Lady Middies at this point?
Ladies, be smart with your passes. You know, Foxboro hasn't gotten out there and created their own offense. The Middies have created their offense for them to a great degree. I think there's 6 points off of 3 turnovers. And it could be more.
And Foxboro has 4 players in the scoring column. Meanwhile, and you alluded to the fact that it's Foxboro 14, Emma Felker 7. And,
it is.
But you know what? If she's open and she has the hot hand, you feed it. No doubt about it. So they'll
Felker's
go.
Felker's not some average well, I won't say she's above average. She's going to Colby Sawyer to play basketball. So she's not just your average basketball player. She's somebody who has the talent to be recruited to college and play.
And she's playing her best basketball when it counts the most.
Yeah, I think she's trying to make a statement. I think she tried to make a statement against Medfield to her future teammate who playing for Medfield. I can't remember who that young lady was. You knew it. Talbot, ball's on the line.
I believe it was Kate Olenek, if I'm not mistaken.
Olenek, you are correct. Yeah. It was Olenek. Because I did see after the game, Colleen Talbot had alluded to the fact that she congratulated Miss Olenek on her performance.
Lady Middies, Mark will take the ball out on the side right in front of their bench. It goes over to Al-Assad, and Foxboro will fall back. We'll pick up in the half court. Al-Assad, dribble drive, too much muscle on that hot dog.
And Alcazar.
Steal by Talbot. Got her pocket picked, but got it back. And it's going to get called on the floor. If I'm not mistaken, that could be Cam Collins' second.
Could be.
It's not. I think they're going to, I believe, that's going to be against Sullivan.
Kaylee
That's her
Sullivan.
first personal. So 3 team fouls against Foxboro. And inbounding the ball here, trying to anyway, was Gannon. They got it into Al-Assad. She'll circumnavigate the globe. Felker from way downtown. Front iron, follows her shot. Talbot at the elbow will back up, marked up closely by Sullivan. Good battle there.
Talbot with 2.
High off the glass for Ashley Talbot, a rainmaker against double team.
Nice double team. They're going to tie the ball underneath. I think it's Foxboro basketball.
Good timeout.
Coach Collins is not happy. Coach Downs is not happy with that.
Oh, she is all kinds of fired up as she's telling her ladies to get to the bench right now. She's not happy with what she saw. 14-9, Foxboro on top, 4:21 to go here in the first quarter. Jason Roby calling the action for you. Mark Nichols is on the color. The man on the moving pictures is Mike Dobbs. You are watching on Dracut Access TV. Division II MIAA Championship basketball action. We saw the Division V boys game, the tail end of it. Taconic with a 53-51 win in the Division V title game over Prouty,
who came into the game undefeated, no less.
So
the boys from Spencer are not going to be happy driving home.
Anything is possible in a one-game scenario. We know that for sure. And this is a Dracut team that's been in this position before. They've been down early. They were down early to Medfield, but they just kept their foot on the gas pedal for the entire game, and it paid dividends for them. They're running into a Foxboro team that came in, and we talked about this as the 5th seed, but only 1 loss on the year. So there were some factors put into where the seedings take place. It could have been opponents' records and so forth.
Had to be.
On the side here, taking the ball out is Collins. She'll get the ball back on the return pass. Here comes the double team. She splits it. Collins kicks it out to the baseline, and that is going to go
Middy's
off.
basketball.
Yeah, it's off of Addie Reuter.
That's all Lamise Ali-Saad, Hustle, and Emma Felker, to be honest with you. The
So-
Middies are getting to that basketball on defense.
Being a thorn in the side, they get it to Talbot. Talbot working against Collins here. She'll be careful. Talbot behind the back, dipsy-do, spin move, kick out, nice pass. Yahtzee there. Unbelievable pass to Alcazar.
Alakazam Alcazar.
There it is, the magician. Back the other way. Come the Warriors all alone, a 2-on-1, and
That was a mistake, I think, on the part of the Foxboro Warriors. They should have gone right out with their basketball, one-on-one.
they got an offensive rebound. They got it on the low block. Reuter will step out from the foul line. No, rebound will go off of a Lady Mitty hand.
Alcazar in there on that rebound attempt. I think it's Foxboro basketball.
It will be the Foxboro Warriors
Number 30 to inbound the
possession.
basketball. That's Ava Hill.
Fired from the outside and in and out. And a good rebound there
Alcazar
by
to Talbot.
Alcazar. The numbers go the
Emma
Middy's way.
Felker breakaway.
Left hand. Yeah. In
How about
stereo.
Fire away, Felker.
And extending the pressure, it is 14-13, so a 5-0 run.
Oh,
And
get
up
the foul
and in.
and the basket.
So one of the things that we've noticed a couple of times, if you're going to apply the pressure, you got to make sure you get back in transition defense. If you don't, you can get burned. It was another 2-on-1 opportunity, and this time they made the Lady Middies pay as Ava Hill will go to the line for a chance at a three-point play. More importantly, Alcazar will head to the bench with her second personal.
Yep, Kareen Kumis in there. Kumis a little wider body, but certainly not, unfortunately, as athletic as Alcazar.
Back iron, no.
Felker with the
Rebound goes to
rebound.
Felker. Got it over to Talbot. Talbot now will come up past the Riverhawk mouth. Collins dropped back just a hair. She's got to be careful. Double team came. A little switch on the defense there. Alcazar now, baseline drive. Al-Assad, excuse me, one of the
Brody
outs.
get it from way downtown. Oh, Al-Assad gets
And
Gary
again,
there,
a
but she can't come up with the
3-on-2.
basketball. Yep. They're going to pull it up and shoot away.
From way downtown.
And all ace.
That was Kaylee Sullivan from downtown. And
19-13 Foxboro lead.
6-point Warrior advantage over the half court. Nice behind the back for Talbot. Spin move in the lane, throws it up, can't
And
kiss
out.
it off the glass, got her own
Gets it
rebound.
again. Oh, what do we have here?
And it could have been a backcourt. Nice save, they're going to say
Out of
on the
bounds
line.
off the middies.
And I'm not sure right there, Mark, if you saw it. It looked like Al-Assad.
Threw
I don't know if
aside.
I don't know if she had to save that or if she could have gotten it in the backcourt simply because maybe a Foxboro player touched it.
I don't think, no, I think the middies were the last to touch that basketball, so she had to do what she had to do.
Little pick and roll action there. Collins
And we got traveling.
got it over to Reuter. No good. Travel call. Ball goes to the Lady Middies. 19-13, 2:04 to go. Foxboro extending the full court pressure. Al-Assad
dribbles
down the
hard
right
up the side.
Kumis thought about it, if only briefly. Back to Al-Assad. Brody Gannon was flashing through the paint, cleared it, and now Al-Assad will operate from the point.
Yep, they're giving them the baseline. They're pulling up a high 2-3 zone. Felker with the box.
Talbot now will penetrate, kick back, put the brakes on.
Count it.
Collins flew right by. Talbot knocks it down. She has 4.
You expect, when you give them that much of the baseline, because they were up at the foul line, I think you expected her to go all the way to the hole.
3-on-1. Collins goes up strong.
Gets it.
You're going to say
That's
it
a
was
weak
on
foul.
the floor. Ooh,
It
boy.
should be on the floor.
So that's going to go against Kumis. That's her first personal.
Yep, they're driving into the middies' bodies.
That
They're
is-
forcing the middies to foul.
Each team
or
with
the
just
referees to call it.
Yeah, each team with just 3 team fouls at this point. So good discipline defensively in the early going. Ball comes to the outside. They don't press the issue. And a
Talbot
steal.
with the steal at midcourt.
Talbot working against Collins here. Oh, gets hammered, and she'll go
That's
to the
for
line.
2.
And Collins has her second personal.
Now, let me tell you, We talk about Dracut tough. That's Dracut tough right there. Ashley Talbot knew she was going to get knocked around, and she got knocked to the floor hard, but she's at the free throw line.
So
82% free throw shooter. And there's one.
Knocks down the first. Foxboro fans proving that everyday math does indeed work. Reuter will head out of the game, get a break for Coach Downs. She's the leading, or one of the leading scorers so far.
And the 82% free throw shooter makes both of them. 19-17 Foxboro leads by 2.
And so it was, if I'm not mistaken, at one point it was
19-13.
19-13, so a nice little run here by the Lady Middies. Collins goes by Gannon, pass on the baseline, was shut off quickly. They got it back up top. This is Foley. Foley back on the corner. Hill was looking to drive, no, return pass back to her.
Fumbles the pass.
Foley using that right foot as a pivot, finds Collins. Little backdoor cut, pretty pass from Collins to, I believe that was Sullivan, and she has 7.
Yeah, I haven't understood all game why the Warriors haven't gone to the hole on the middies.
Talbot putting on a dribbling display, Curly Neal style. Felker goes up with authority high off the glass, no.
She tries left hand, Lamise Al-Assad with the steal, but they're gonna call her for the foul. I disagree. That was good defense.
So tough call there against Lamise Al-Assad. That's her first personal.
You know, it's interesting that this is potentially the home court for the UMass Lowell Riverhawks, men and women. Pat Duquette, the head varsity basketball coach for the men, said that he would rather play over at Costello Gym than play in here in a tournament game. I don't know what he was thinking, but because I think this is a pretty nice venue
all
to play
kinds allowed, right? I mean, it's the last game we couldn't hear each other.
Yep.
Three-point shot for Collins goes long, and back the other way comes Talbot. Finds her backcourt mate Al-Assad. She'll kick things back between the legs.
Al-Assad.
And
Cook
now,
had the basketball there.
Gannon. Yeah, excuse me, a look-alike in terms of she went to the bench. They subbed in for one another. Al-Assad, kick out, fired. Kumis!
You're too late. No. It was after the quarter ended.
So, yeah, go ahead, Mark.
So it's 21-17. Foxboro leads after one quarter here from the Paul E. Songas Arena on the campus of UMass Lowell. It's Division II MIAA tournament history going on here.
So let's take a look at the scoring in the first quarter. First for the Foxboro Warriors, the number 5 seeded Foxboro Warriors. Cam Collins had 4, Sullivan had 7, so the 2 starting guards accounted for 11 of the 21 points. Meanwhile, the 6th man, or the 6th player, Ava Hill, had 5, and Addie Reuter, the leading rebounder, had 5 as well. Other side of the ledger, it was Talbot with 6, Alcazar with a bucket, and Emma Felker with 9. So another huge first quarter for Felker.
Yeah, you know what? Emma shows up. I've watched her mother throughout the last several years sitting on the sidelines with kind of a frown on her face. Haven't quite figured out why Melanie Felker doesn't smile, but certainly her dad will smile a little more. Now, what you see with these middies is they're not giving up. I mean, they're down 4, but they're not giving up.
Yeah, been there, done that, right?
Yep.
The formula is keep playing. Collins now marking up Talbot. She just takes her. Goes up strong, creates the contact, no whistle.
And out of bounds off of Talbot's dribble.
And I think they're going to say Talbot leaned into Collins and therefore no call given. 21-17 Warriors, 7:46 to go in the first half. Operating in the half court.
Felker with
Warriors.
the steal.
Felker, little jump shot, can't get it to go. Rebound will go long and run down by Kumis.
Oh!
Collins stepped into that passing lane. Good ball handling there by the junior guard. Back the other way come the Warriors. Looking for that low post. Does not come. A little
middies need to be aware of where the bigs are. Talbot in the low post against a big. That can't happen. Talbot's only 5'6". I would venture to say that 34 is about 6'2".
Nice pass underneath, and just as you called it, that's Reuter, and she's got her 7th point. Yeah, not a good schematic there for the Dracut Lady Middies, but this, however, is as driving to the hoop.
Talbot for two. 23-19.
Talbot has 8.
We said it would be guards on guards. It certainly is.
It is exactly what we thought. Back the other way. That's why we're the best in the business, Mark. All right, I digress. Collins got it over to the outside, way on the baseline, losing real estate. Got it back up top to Collins. She'll dribble drive, throw up the runner. No, another offensive rebound, that time by Chamberlain. Got it back up top to Foley, no, and another foul.
They're calling it on Felker, I believe. I don't know for what. I mean, they're fighting for the rebound.
She got called for one like that in the last game as well, and we kind of shook our heads as getting her first break is Cameron Collins. She'll head to the bench.
Yep. You know, historically, Foxboro is known for their guard play. If anybody knows anything about MIAA women's basketball in Foxboro High School, it's that Sarah Bain, the former head coach for the UMass Lowell Riverhawks, Foxboro Warriors, Brown University.
Coming fast the other way. Al-Assad goes up strong and finishes.
23-21.
So she's in the books. A 2-3 zone being employed here. Almost a 2-1-2 now. See how they play that foul line extended defense. Comes up top to Reuter. Reuter skip across the way. Back into the paint. Reuter kiss off the glass.
That was a beautiful turnaround jumper there.
Gannon on the rebound. Back the other way come Talbot. Talbot will fire from way downtown. No.
Off right. Rebound Foxboro. Al-Assad's chasing the basketball. She's pressuring.
Kylie Sampson will reverse it. Get it back over to Sullivan. Sullivan will operate at the 1 spot. Talbot marking her up closely. Got it over to the side to Sampson. Back on the elbow, underneath, and Reuter.
Another foul on Felker.
Yeah, Reuter just getting position there, and they're feeding her.
That was a touch foul there. I mean, they're not letting Felker play in the post.
She's not happy with that. She'll head to the bench, as will Kumis.
Yep.
So Murph will check back in.
Yeah, we got Murph, and I think 11.
Is it Alcazar? No, it's 11. You're right. It's Riley Fahey getting her first action here as well. Possession will stay with the Foxboro Warriors. Coach Downs signaling the play in from the far side bench. And can't do it without a ball. In the cavernous Songus Arena here. Comes up top, 1 dribble, back over to the side to Foley. Foley will skip, pass it across the way. Sullivan's not shy.
Oh,
she'll knock down a 3-pointer.
5-point
She's got
lead.
10.
Talbot pulls it up. She's got a foul line jumper. It's going to be short underneath, turnover. So as I said, Foxboro's known for their guard play. Sarah Bain, who was, when she graduated, I think in 1992, the #1 scorer in MIAA basketball history, and brought her talents up here to coach, and was one of the Boston College's few retired numbers. She played Division I college basketball for the BC Eagles. She's coached some of these kids in AAU, and they're showing the toughness that Bain is famous for.
The mayor knows all as the ball gets off the back iron, and Talbot comes away with the board, flexing her muscle. Talbot to the baseline. Gannon.
Brody Gannon in and out.
Got to follow that shot, but transition defense also important. So Gannon had a choice there. It looked good when it left her hand.
Murphy was in some position to get that, but it just didn't bounce to her hands. It bounced over her.
So the zone defense still being employed by the Lady Middies. Fired from the outside. They left it wide open. Kylie Sampson is in the books. So you got to be careful here. If you're going to pack in the defense, you're going to give up that outside shot. 29-21. Foxboro by 8. Talbot to Gannon. 1 dribble back to Talbot. She thought about it. Little between the leg hesitation. Seeing what they can do. They spread the defense. Talbot will fire from way downtown.
In and out again.
Fahey fighting for that rebound. Couldn't get it. It was Reuter clearing the glass. Back the other way come the Warriors.
Yep. She was just in bad position. She got behind the defensive player and couldn't get over her back.
And speaking of long distance shots, that one shot from way downtown, no good, but the difference?
That was shot from Worcester.
Al-Assad comes away with the rebound, and Lady Middies will operate. Talbot, anything you can do, I can do better.
Count it. 24 for the Middies.
She's got 11. 29-24, Lady Middies hanging around. 3:02 to go here in the Division II MIAA title game. Skip pass across the way. The Warriors now.
Murph on defense.
One.
They're going to kick it into the post here.
Double team comes. Reuter, no. Good help defense.
Gets it. Get dirty, Middies. Let's go.
It was
jump ball.
And I think possession is going to stay with Foxboro if that's what they call.
Yep, the arrow says that.
Sullivan
we can only count on it being accurate.
Collins and Cook will check back in. So, and now they'll allow the substitution to take place as Ava Hill will come back in. Give Chamberlain a break. Collins to do the honors under the offensive side of the board. Goes into the corner. Reuter got it back up top. They quickly skip it around the way, and it finds its way back into Collins' hands. Baseline drive.
Get an offensive foul there.
That is Collins' third foul. She just came in off the bench, and watching Coach Downs, not what she wanted to take place there.
That was a forearm shiver. I won't say it's WWE worthy, but it certainly was worthy of some football, some NBC football perhaps.
So Collins will head back to the bench, not the situation that Coach Downs wanted to be in here.
No.
Al-Assad now.
Al-Assad with Talbot, her backcourt mate, running up with her.
Al-Assad will go to the hole.
Oh, in and out.
Oh, Fahey gets
We got
hammered.
A foul underneath the basket. Number 11's going to the... Riley Fahey going to the line for 2 here.
The help defense came over, and that left Fahey all by herself.
She's a 50% free throw shooter.
Well, there's a chance.
A 50-50 chance.
Counting the Foxboro Warriors strong point there as Fahey misses the first.
Yep, her fluorescent shoes didn't do much for her on that free throw. She looks a little stiff at the line.
I believe the foul went against Ava Hill. That'll be her first personal. Back iron, can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Hill. And back the other way come the Warriors. 2:22 to go
underneath
here.
For that rebound. The Talbot look-alike.
That's right.
You got 2 white bandanas.
No one accounting for Hill as she found herself all alone.
7-point lead.
Finding the seams in that zone defense, Mark, proving to be problematic.
The problem with a zone defense is that you have to count on the opponents not to shoot well.
Talbot, front iron, and another rebound for Reuter.
Oh, we got a breakaway here. No, the Middies are going to hustle back, but...
they're going to say a carry. They're going to say, yes, indeed, sir. And a call
which is a strange call in current basketball.
You think about high school basketball, you could probably call it on just about every possession. Every time there's a hesitation, there's a carry. And so it comes down to how bad was it. That time, pretty bad. Back the other way come the Lady Middies. Al-Assad now from the mouth of the Riverhawk. The fictitious bird.
Yes, it is.
Left-hand dribble.
Kicks it to Brody. Brody out.
Gannon from the foul line. The runner in the lane hits the deck.
Knocked on the ground, but she's tough enough. She's going to get back up.
And we'll get back on the defensive side of things as back the other way come the Warriors. Fired from way downtown. Are you kidding me?
That's from the men's three-point line.
That was Kaylee Sullivan. Don't forget, she averages about 18 points a game. She has 13 now. Talbot taking matters into her own hands. They're going to say it was on the floor.
On the floor. So Middies don't get the benefit of that call. I thought it was continuation.
Only in the NBA. That one is going to go against Erin Foley. That's her second personal. And that's the 7th team foul. I think she'll get 2. They're saying 1 and 1, so definitely on the floor.
So, 7 fouls for Foxboro, 5 for the Middies. Team fouls. Talbot front rim, backboard in.
I say fictitious bird. I'm sure
it is a fictitious bird.
A million UMass Lowell students would disagree. Of course, they were the Chiefs prior to that.
Yes, that's what Coach Steve Talbot was when he was here, as well as myself and a friend of yours, Steve Lane, as well.
Steve Lane, that's right. UMass Lowell Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Ball kicked around. Up top now at the elbow. To the outside, and they've had that shot. They can't make it go this time.
Off the shot.
So 34-26. And again, Coach Downs as well as Coach Witt's always saying, you know, we hang our hat on the defensive side of things. Both of these teams playing great defense. Al-Assad will bring it up past the UMass Lowell center court. Kick out
Kicks
there.
it. Cook. To Talbot.
Talbot's not
fires
shy.
away.
No.
She's front rimming it.
Yeah,
and
she's come up short
Cook's
quite a
underneath
bit
again.
here. Back the other way.
The Middies Bigs needs to get down in the post and rebounds.
Foxboro.
Whether it's Fahey or anybody else.
They had that shot again. Sampson took it the last time, not this time. They'll kick it back
shuffles
out.
Across right to left.
Trying to get the best shot. Baseline jumper is good.
Oh, good.
And a nice make there by Ava Hill. She has 9. 36-26, biggest lead of the afternoon for Foxboro. 13 seconds left in the first half.
Talbot's going to go one-on-one here.
Takes it up hard, not quite sure.
Kicks away, 3,
At the
2,
buzzer, potentially
1.
good if it goes.
No
Back
good.
iron. So we will head to the half. Your score, the Foxboro Warriors 36, the Dracut Lady Middies 26. Mark, your thoughts on that first half?
Well, I think the Middies didn't play their best basketball. They got lucky in a lot of cases, but the one thing I think that you can take out of that first half is Ashley Talbot looks to be out of her funk just a little.
Yeah, she's got, she's certainly got back into the scoring groove. 4 for 4 from the line. I think she has 13. She has 13 points in the first half. Felker hasn't scored since the first quarter, and there's been little much offensively for the Lady Middies. Al-Assad has a bucket, Alcazar has a bucket, and when you look on the other side of the ledger here, Sullivan, Hill, Reuter on the glass. I mean, the players that Coach Downs expected to play big have played big. If anything, Cameron Collins, the do-everything point guard, in foul trouble in that first half. She has 3, but it really hasn't mattered at this point.
No, it hasn't, but you know, the first half to second half, there's certainly a difference. I mean, Coach Downs has a decision to make. You know, I think it's 5 fouls in high school basketball and you're gone. So, you know, do you let her play it out? Do you play a little conservatively? What do? What, you know, you've certainly got the scoring. You've said it. They're scoring a lot of three-point baskets, not a lot of low post baskets, which is surprising to me because they have such a tremendous size advantage.
Yeah, 5 triples in the first half, and I think part of it came from that zone defense that just, you know, they couldn't account for those gaps beyond the three-point line, and I think Reuter must be well beyond her average in rebounds at this point. So certainly something that the Lady Middies have to work on, getting on the glass, getting second and third chance opportunities if they present themselves. It has been a lot of good guard play for Foxboro, and good balanced scoring up and down the ledger. This Lady Middy team, certainly, if we've seen anything, they were down 4 points at the half in the semifinal game to Medfield. We certainly know they can go on some runs. They scored 29 points in the second half and put some defensive clamps down on Medfield, so we know they are capable. This is the last game of the year. You're either the champion or you're not, and you know, and as we said, drake it till you make it, and that's got to be the cry. You got 16 minutes left for some of these girls. You mentioned the last basketball they'll play in their high school career. You certainly want to go out on a high note.
Yeah, I've looked at these girls for over a year. I've looked at their faces. I looked at their faces at Oliver Ames in Easton, Massachusetts last year when they lost to the eventual Division II state champion Oliver Ames.
Yeah,
those weren't crocodile tears in their eyes last year, and I think it still eats at them, and eats at them deeply that they lost that basketball game. They thought that they were good enough to hang with them, and same game, the height is what did them in.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There was a definite discrepancy in terms of low post play. Well, we will go to the half. We're going to take a quick break. There's 6:20 to go here before the second half begins. It is the Foxboro Warriors 36, the Dracut Lady Middies 26. We'll be right back with second half action from the campus of the University Mass Lowell, the Riverhawks, the Songus Arena. It's winner go home time. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the campus here at the University of Massachusetts Lowell, the Songus Arena. It is girls Division II state championship action. It is the number 5 seeded Foxboro Warriors against the number 6 seed Dracut Lady Middies. Jason Roby here along with Mark the Mayor Nichols. Mike the Birdman Dodds is on the moving pictures. And Mark, as we head into this second half, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. We've seen the Lady Middies go on some nice runs here, but they can't wait too long to get this thing started in the third quarter.
That's absolutely correct. They were down by as many as 10, if not more, against Wakefield on March 10th. They certainly had their problems against Medfield, being down, I think, as much as 9. I don't think they were down by more than 9 on Monday night in Worcester. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not something that, you know, they think is insurmountable. If you're a Middies fan out there wondering what's going on, that they could come back. You look at this side of the arena, it's full of Middies fans from far and wide. You know, the sassy cowboy hats are to our left.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
The students section.
The Cowgirls are in town.
Middies are going to inbound the basketball. Brody Gannon to Ashley Talbot here.
Both teams starting 5s will start the second half.
And they're going to play man up.
Yeah, they're getting right in their pockets.
You bet.
Gannon to do the honors. He'll inbound. Comes to Talbot. Talbot marked closely by Foley. Foley will respect that quick step. Talbot step back. Kick back out to Gannon. Gannon at the elbow. And that ball
it's off the Middies.
went off of Al-Assad, so not the start that Coach Peter Witz wanted for his team.
But it probably is the start that Lisa Downs wants for her Lady Warriors.
Back the other way come the Warriors. This is Sullivan taking her time over the half-court line, marked up closely by Gannon. Collins playing the 2. Foul line, elbow, got it over to Ruder.
Nice block.
And I think
it's off the Middies.
That went off of Felker.
Off of Alcazar and then Felker. So there was a partial block there. Little Middies have come out tough on defense.
That was an appetizer leather souffle.
Yes.
Felker.
All A's.
There you go. Up top, skipped around the perimeter. In it comes to Ruder. She'll kick back out. And they're just taking their time. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. This is Collins. Back over in the corner it goes. Sullivan, left-hand dribble, avoids the double team. Baseline. Clock is getting deep. And a rebound there, and not the kind of possession you want if you are the Lady Middies. Ruder put it back up.
So they're employing the same thing that Medfield said they were going to do, which is slow this basketball down. Three-pointer, Felka!
And that's what we needed to see. You talked about that was the first shot in the second half of the semis. She knocked down a three-pointer from a very similar location. 29-38 now, fired from way downtown. No, rebound, battled for, and cleared by Alcazar. Back the other way.
Brody,
from the Lady
come
Middies.
on, Brody. Oh, she kicks it. Stepped on the line. Turnover, Middies.
Yeah, it was a tough pass to handle. It was down in between her feet.
Yeah, it would have been a great soccer pass, but not a great basketball pass. Timeout as Felker ties her shoe.
That's what I'd be doing if I'd be so gassed down there. I'd be exhausted. I'd be saying, I got to tie my shoe, but they'd notice the Velcro on my sneakers and say, get up, sir. Back the other
Do you
way.
need a cane?
Back the other way come the Warriors, and the Cow making an appearance down there. Collins goes up strong.
Nice layup.
Wow, she went up hard against 2 Lady Middies.
Yep, that's what I said
Alcazar.
they needed to do. Alcazar tiptoeing through the tulips down there on the far sideline. Over to Talbot, off of Talbot, turnover Middies.
Uncharacteristic. That's 3 turnovers in the first 4 possessions of the second half for the Lady Middies.
2 minutes.
Yep. 40-29, lead is now 11. Collins got the ball back up and over. They'll skip past it to the post. It goes. Ruder up strong. No, another offensive rebound. Turnaround. Jay kisses it off the glass.
Yep.
And the full court pressure kind of fades just a little bit as a 42-29 Foxboro lead. Talbot now, she'll fire from way downtown and misses everything.
All air.
You have to wonder if depth perception starts to play a factor here as the blue seats are empty behind. But
well, in the college, when the college teams play here, I was here a couple of weeks ago for UNH versus UMass Lowell. They put a black cape right where that partition is.
So there it is, little backdoor cut, pass goes off of Collins, a little too much mustard on that hot dog. And so back the other way come the Lady Middies. Full court pressure. Al-Assad working against Collins. Collins will back up. Al-Assad over the half court line. Gannon flashing through the middle. They got it down low to Felker. Felker on the glass, back to Al-Assad. Talbot from way downtown with another air ball.
Talbot doesn't have the shot underneath her. It's a little flat. If she's going to shoot that far out, she needs to get a higher arc on it so it's going to carry.
Well, her shots have mostly been front iron or falling short. You have to wonder if fatigue starts to play a factor here. It's been a long season.
Yep, we see Paula Chauncey walking across in her fancy little blue.
Where's your cowboy hat? No cowboy hat for you today, Mark.
No cowboy boots either.
Yeah.
They're a little too narrow for this head and for these feet.
Oh, good defense there by Felker. And just can't get the lucky bounce. As back up top comes the Warriors. They feed down low, kick out, fired, Yahtzee, Chamberlain. And good ball movement there by Foxboro as they're not missing. And Coach Witt's going to call a timeout. They got to talk it over. And I don't know what the message is here if you're Coach Witts, but I think it has to be something like,
turn up the volume.
Yeah, let's go, ladies. We're about halfway through, and the lead has ballooned
to 15 points. Again, we talked about it, and we said it. Medfield said they were going to slow down these middies, and that's how they were going to beat them. Foxboro's taking the same game plan. They're trying to slow down these middies. In spite of the fact that they have size in the middle, they're still slowing it down, playing a tremendous half-court offense, I might say. Letting their bigs in, passing it into the post, kicking it out, working that shot clock, and then taking the shot in the last 10 seconds, last 5 seconds of the shot clock. And that's not necessarily the way the middies can win this game. Well, the middies have to turn up the tempo. I said that they're not exactly a high-tempo team. They can't play that way, and I think right now they need to. They need to knock the Warriors out of their comfort zone, and that means that I think the Warriors are comfortable playing half court. The middies have to play full court, full on 100% pressure.
Well, aside from South High Community High School
and Tewksbury
that scored 55 points in the postseason, this Foxboro team has given up 35, 30, and 34.
Talbot in and out.
So great defense.
Al-Assad with the rebound.
Al-Assad brings it back out, but the point I'm making is this Foxboro team plays fantastic defense. Al-Assad and a nice rebound there, can't get it to go.
It's off of the middies, back the other way. Brody Gannon should have taken a charge there. Oh, Collins. Up and under. That's a nice foul by Al-Assad, I have to say. She forced her underneath the basket and slapped her.
So Collins is going to head to the free throw line for a pair. She averages 17 points a game. She only has 6 here so far today, but she hasn't had to score.
No, if you don't have to score, then, you know, get your other teammates in there, get them hot and ready to play and confident, and it bodes better for your own team.
She has 7 now, going for her 8th point.
16-point lead for Foxboro.
Again, looking at it, it's been great defense. And she goes 2 for 2 on that trip, and they will fall back and play some half-court, person-to-person defense. Assad over half-court, working against Collins, left-hand dribble. She'll circumnavigate the globe. Loses her dribble and then will hand it off to Talbot. A little out of sorts offensively here as they're just waiting for Talbot to do something. And
I think they're waiting for their captain to to light their fire.
Well, there were 4 middies just standing on the perimeter after that ball was handed off to Talbot, and they just watched her. So not sure if it was a designed play or not, but if you're going to let her shoot, you better crash the boards. 46-29 Foxboro, 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. Foxboro content to run in their half-court set. Driving baseline,
and they're going to call
Sullivan.
a foul on the baseline against Felker, I believe.
And it is Felker, and that will be her 3rd personal.
Yep, she didn't quite get there. If she had put her foot, stamped her foot on that baseline and forced her to go somewhere, then, you know, maybe you get offensive foul, but you're certainly going to get a turnover because they can't drive out of bounds to get underneath that hoop.
Good steal by Al-Assad there, stepping into that passing lane. She had a breakaway. It was Gannon, I think, but couldn't see her. Back up top, Talbot all alone. Front iron again. Rebound goes to Sullivan, and she'll come back the other way. Foxboro over the half-court line. Foley now, skip pass across the way. Collins, little pull-up jumper. She front irons
short.
it.
And Al-Assad comes away with it.
Right hand
dribble.
dribble.
If she sees her, but there's 3 people in between them. And she goes and she doesn't get the foul. She's looking incredulously at the official as the Foxboro Warriors take it back down the other end. Collins free and clear, all net 3 there. 20-point lead for Foxboro now. Middies need to get on their horse.
Back the other way comes Talbot, high off the glass.
And she kisses it off the glass and in, too.
Can't keep exchanging baskets, however, with this Foxboro team. We need a defensive stop here.
Yep, the middies are going to wait until the half court to do that. Brody Gannon out there, cut her underneath. She's going back underneath. Boy. That's textbook basketball. I love that pass.
Collins has 9 here in the third quarter. Talbot comes back the other way, crossover dribble, circumnavigates the globe, little kick out pass. Al-Assad from the left elbow, no.
In and out of bounds.
Yeah.
Middies basketball.
That one went off Reuter.
Yep, Reuter reached over Alcazar and tried to pull the ball into her, and unfortunately she nipped it out of bounds.
Cook will check back in for the Lady Middies, as will Ava Hill for the Warriors.
Al-Assad out for the middies.
Gannon trying to get the ball inbounds, goes well over the top to Talbot. Talbot will fire.
It's short.
Good rebound by
Cook.
Back to Talbot. So step back, and again on the penetrate.
Ashton.
Nice pass.
Nice clean block.
Reuter.
Breakaway.
Hill back the other way, finds Collins. They'll kick it back up top. 3-bomber from way downtown is good, and that's Sullivan.
And they're going to pressure all night long now.
Sullivan has 16, so just about at her season average here in the third quarter. 1:40 to go. Talbot backing things up. She'll fire again from way downtown. Again, front iron. Cook runs down another rebound. Gannon will fire from 3.
No. She's off. Who's got it now? Alcazar. Get dirty, Fahey.
Jump ball. Possession goes to the Warriors.
Riley Fahey down there fighting for the basketball. She was able to tie it up.
Timeout called here by Foxboro. 54-31, 1:25 to go. And we've talked about, look, what is Coach Witt saying at this point? You have this, at this point, a 23-point lead. What are you saying if you're Coach Downs in your huddle right now?
If I'm Coach Downs, I'm telling him, ladies, we've got this game pretty well in hand. Let's keep doing what we're doing. It's working. And we'll grind these Dracut middies down. We will take all the varnish off of their ship, and we'll go home champions. We'll ride down 495 and have a great hour-and-a-half trip, and we'll send those middies 2 miles up the road, you know, with a good game, swat on the butt. You know, better luck next time, ladies.
Well, this is a Lady Midi team that's had an outstanding year and a very gritty team throughout the course of this one. At one point in the year, they were 2-3, and they turned things around. They played the iron, and they had a fantastic season. This one is not over yet. We still have almost 9.5 minutes to go. Coach Witch, I'm sure, imploring his team to pick it up. They will fall back defensively. They'll pressure. Will be picked up at half court, I believe.
Nope, they're going to let him come inside up to the 3-point line. Dare him to fire away or try to play that half-court defense. I do notice that Foxboro has some nice foot speed there as well with their bigs. They're trying to feed it inside, kick it in and out. It's
been a good game plan for Foxboro. They're finding that little mid-range jumper, and they've also found the backdoor cut several times.
Yeah.
Back the other way, Foxboro from the outside, side iron, no by
Cook with
Foley.
the rebound, her third in the last 2 minutes.
So Cook giving some help on the glass for this Lady Midi team. They must come away with some points here. Talbot downtown.
Gets it.
And that's how you start it off.
Absolutely.
She has 18. So Talbot finding her stroke and going to need a lot more of that. Ball comes up top to Reuter, reaching there, and I think it's going to be on Alcazar.
It is on Alcazar,
That's
reaching
her third
around.
personal.
She had her hand on the side. There's no hand checking anymore.
So Sampson will check in, and heading to the bench is Foley. Meanwhile, for the Lady Middies, Alcazar will check out, and I believe Kumas comes back in. She does.
Yep.
Inbounding the ball underneath. Ball comes into Reuter. Reuter gets it back up top. They'll work it around the perimeter. Very patient on the offensive side of things. Kick out, fired from downtown. Hill, no.
Backside, Talbot with the rebound. Out of bounds, off Talbot as she's get knocked to the ground.
Yeah, she hit the deck hard, fighting her own teammates, and she's limping a little bit there. Hope she walks this one off.
And she will. Riley Fahey needed to hustle over and get that basketball when Talbot was on the floor. That just didn't, that communication just wasn't there.
Ball goes back to Collins on the baseline. Dribble drive, pull up jumper, pretty pass, up and underneath. And Reuter.
Gets the shooter's roll there.
Collins and Reuter with a little two-player game there, getting it going. Back the other way comes Talbot. Dribble drive, goes into the land of the Giants.
And she gets the foul, but not the two-point basket.
Forcing the issue.
33 to appears to be, no, 30 with the foul.
So that's going to be Ava Hill's second personal, I believe. And indeed it is. So heading to the line will be Talbot. She has 18 so far on the afternoon, chance for 19 and 20 here. And the first one is knocked down. Definitely chanting against the wrong person.
Absolutely, an 82% free-throw shooter and a tough as nails player.
She's 6 out of 6 on the day. She has 20.
Yep.
Back the other way comes Sullivan. She'll fire at the buzzer. And at the end of 3, it is the Foxboro Warriors 56. The Dracut Lady Middies 36. They're down by 20. Coach Peter Witz is down to his final 8 minutes with this senior group. What's he telling them now in that huddle?
Get going. You got 8 minutes left in your high school career. It can go one of two ways. You can leave here winners, or you can leave here as the second place team in your division. You've played a good season. You know, there's no shame in losing, but you know what? That's not the Dracut way. Well, people are telling Dracut athletes that, you know what? You shouldn't be in the MVC anymore. You can't compete. Dracut can make a statement here and right now that, you know what? Doesn't matter which district we're in, doesn't matter which conference we're in. We can play basketball. Well,
this Lady Middies team doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. They have, the last couple of years here, they've gotten better, and it was their goal coming into the season to get further than they did a year ago, and that Elite 8 loss to Oliver Ames, and they've done that. They're certainly not pleased with where they are right now, but they've got 8 minutes to go. It was a 21-point quarter for Foxboro, just a 7-point quarter for the Lady Middies. Talbot has the ball go off of her foot, little curly kneel dribble, and somehow keeps it. And
into Felker in the corner, she pulled up her dribble. Out to Talbot.
Let's see if Talbot fires again from the outside. Spin move, left-hand runner in the lane, hits the deck, no. Rebound goes to Hill.
She's looking at the referee again, wondering what she has to do to earn.
Yeah, Reuter left all alone under the basket, so transition defense not so good there. Back the other way comes Al-Assad. Al-Assad over to Felker on the baseline. They get it back to Talbot. Talbot now working against Collins. Pull-up jumper from the foul line.
All air, nothing.
And that was like a step back, a little bit of a fadeaway. Collins bothered that one, so great defensive pressure I am
it's
impressed.
Minis basketball. I thought it went off a Talbot shot, but
That
apparently
must have been a
somebody
block
from,
shot. Yeah,
the
Collins.
Warriors tapped it.
I think Collins may have gotten a piece of it.
Yep. Al-Assad Alcazar trying to get free. Al-Assad's there.
And just
And
a
it's-
tough
oh,
pass.
yes, she comes away with it.
Fortunate
That's
there.
toughness. Quick hands there.
Left hand floater in the lane
out.
is no good.
Alcazar
Rebound
fights
battle
for it. She's got it. She goes back up, layup.
Alcazar, and the crowd goes wild. 58-38, 20-point advantage for the Foxboro Warriors. Foley dribble into the lane and goes up and under, and she gets hacked in the act.
And that's Felker's third or fourth, I believe.
If it is Felker, I believe it will be her fourth. And that's going to send Foxboro back to the free throw line.
They haven't announced who that foul was.
It is
yet.
Felker, and it is her fourth. Referee's little meeting of the minds. They'll talk it over. Wanted to get a clear call on what that was. Aaron Foley will head to the line for two.
That is her fourth, team's fourth.
So Felker has 4 personal fouls.
Aaron Foley shooting 2.
That's a tremendous disadvantage if they lose Felker.
She's got 12 points here on the afternoon. Back iron, no good for Foley.
And Kumis going to come in for Felker.
Corinne Kumas back into the game for the
Have to believe that this break won't be too long.
No, 6:49 to go in the fourth quarter, trailing by 20. It can't be too long.
Need that 3-point advantage.
And the shot is good.
1 out of 2 for Foley, a 59-38 Foxboro lead. Assad over the half court. Goes to her right. Kumis flashing on the low block, doesn't get it. Gannon will follow her, no. Al-Assad, the runner in the lane, high off the glass, no good. Another rebound for Reuter, but battled by Al-Assad.
Al-Assad steals the basketball, ties it up. Possession arrow is 2. They call it a Foxboro, yep.
Yep.
But it looks like nobody's inbounding the basketball, so who's going to do it? Here we go, number 2.
It's going to be Collins to do the honors against the full court pressure. And they'll quickly fade back as bringing it over the midcourt line.
Up.
Working against
They're
the Lady
letting her
Middies was
extend
Hill.
around there, you saw that.
This is Foley, got it back over to Collins. Collins being marked up closely by Al-Assad in her hip pocket. Into the lane,
They're
and
going to call number 24, Lamis Al-Assad.
it's a reach-in call. The double team was coming, and it will be against Al-Assad. That's her third personal.
Dracut foul on number 24, Lamis Al-Assad.
So Al-Assad's foul, that's the 5th team foul against the Lady Middies.
It's an unusual thing. You know, Al-Assad plays defense with her feet, from her feet up. Not usually with her hands, but there's not much you can do here.
Yeah, and
nice
there it is.
steal.
A steal. Losing her dribble, got to help her. Felker does. It goes
Alcazar.
back. Alcazar, excuse me. It goes back to Talbot. She's not shy. Yahtzee.
Gets it.
So
Last thing that Foxboro needs is for Talbot to get hot.
that's exactly what happened against Oliver
We
Ames.
got
A good timeout called there by Coach Downs.
exactly.
So
You know what? The big-time players show up in big-time situations, and right now, Lamis Al-Assad is showing up for the Middies, and Ashley Talbot might be finally finding some fire.
well, she's got 23. And
A very quiet 23.
That's
I might
quiet
add.
23, and it's, but if you are the Lady Middies, every time you get possession, you know that you have a chance if she finds the hot hand. And we know she can certainly pass the ball. We'll look to see here if Coach Witz gets Felker back in the game. Not yet. So
Here's what I would do if I'm Peter Witz, and I've said it all night. You need to drive, regardless of the height situation, you need to drive to the basket. You constantly drive to the basket. I see Coach Rich LaBeouf over there talking to one of his colleagues in the officiating genre. As Rich LaBeouf is a member of BBO Local Board 95 here in Lowell, which is one of the best in the state, if not in the country. They've got a number of Division I college referees on that board, including Dr. Joanne Aldrich, who is their head instructor, I might add.
and the mayor knows a little bit about everything. Back the other way comes Foxboro. Into the corner it goes. Firing from the outside. No. Rebound. Al-Assad hits the deck.
And they're going to call a foul.
Call a foul on Al-Assad.
No, number 2. It should be over the back. She pushed her out of bounds.
Okay,
she pushed
good.
her down.
Yeah. It looked like he was pointing at Al-Assad on the floor, but apparently
He's pointing to the spot where the foul is, but
there
it is
it is.
confusing.
back the other way come the Lady Middies. Chance to cut into this lead. It is 18 right now. Talbot thought about the step back. She's being marked up closely. Spin move, left-hand runner in the lane. No, can't get the rebound. And Hill clears the boards. Back the other way.
Rebound. Oh, cutter.
Collins, body control.
No,
Can't
don't
get it
count
to go.
it. Al-Assad, her fourth.
Got to get back quickly on that transition defense, but what's happening here is you have to take some chances in the backcourt, try to get some steals, and what's happening is the Warriors are slipping behind the defense. Collins will head to the line. She knocks down the first, she'll get a second.
Emma Felker back in the game now for Kumas.
Collins has 14, going for her 15th point. She averages 17 per game. Only had 4 in the first half, so she's come alive here in the second half.
Yep.
2 out of 2.
2 out of 2, and we got another substitution. This one was for the shooter. Number 3 in for
Collins.
Isabel Chamberlain.
Well, here's a scary thought for you, Mark. This Foxboro team only loses 2 seniors.
Exactly.
Majority
5
of their
freshmen.
scores are all back next year, so they may have arrived a bit early. And
go.
speaking of arriving, there's Alcazar underneath, a nice dish from
Chase
Talbot.
it. Breakaway.
2-on-1.
Chamberlain in, Chamberlain through the hoop.
Got to get back on defense.
They were back on defense. They just got the mismatch, and there's not much you can do on that.
It was a 2-on-1 for
Talbot
Foxboro.
from way downtown. No, Felker's got the basketball.
Clearing
She's got a
it.
pass. She passes it back to Talbot.
Talbot again fires from way downtown.
Gets
Knocks
it.
that one down. So a
We got a
three-party here.
timeout.
No, possession will go to
The middies.
the Middies.
I
Don't
missed
know.
something.
She stepped on the line, maybe. I'm not sure. No foul was called.
No foul. You're right. No foul was called. Did she not step out of bounds on the inbound?
Could be. The runner by Al-Assad is
Count
in.
it.
So she's got 4, and quickly 63-48. So a 15-point lead. So it was 20 at one point. 4:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Lady Middies extending that pressure, get a turnover, get a runner in the lane. And we know that Talbot's not shy. She'll fire from just about anywhere inside this facility.
She's fearless. She really is fearless. I'd be interested to know what Julia Sanborn, assistant coach Julia Sanborn, said to Emma Felker while she sat on the bench. Sanborn was a pivot player for the Middies several years ago. She went down and took her talents to Fitchburg State University, where she had a pretty nice career, not an exceptional career. And now she's back on the Dracut bench and teaching at Richardson Middle School.
Well, anytime you play college athletics and you play, that's pretty impressive.
D1 to D3, it's all good.
26 points for Talbot. She's got 2 3-pointers here in the fourth quarter.
You got to look at if you have to look right now at this basketball court, you just see Ashley Talbot there at the foul line, standing in front of Emma Felker. She had her finger in Emma's chest, talking to her, friendly but stern. This is what you need to do, Emma. This is how we're going to win this game. Kick basketball.
Ball
Turnover.
on the floor.
Brody
Gannon
gets
going
down.
for it.
Jump basketball.
Possession
Middies.
goes Middies.
Tough basketball there for Brody.
Crowd coming alive here. Don't saddle up if you can't ride with the big boys. All the cowboy and cowgirl hats are in the crowd here today. Drake it till you make it. Talbot over the half-court line now. She'll fire from way downtown. No. Back iron.
Al-Assad
Al-Assad with the
chasing that.
rebound. Couldn't get it. Collins does.
Cameron Collins. Offensive foul.
And that's going to go
That's
against
Ashley
Collins,
Talbot.
and that's her 4th. And she's all kinds of fired up right now, Mark.
Absolutely. She is perhaps the heart and soul of this Middies team.
They will not go quietly into the night. Coach Downs having a conversation with the lead official. Sure,
She's
they're
got her
not
hands on
talking
her hip.
about.
She's not liking that call whatsoever.
Well, there won't be any holiday cards exchanged here.
Nope, but you can't lower your shoulder at any level of basketball. You can't lower her shoulder.
That was a definite
and I think
offensive
Collins
foul.
did that.
And I'm not sure why they're continuing to have the conversation, nor is Coach Witz. He can't believe it either, wondering why we're not getting the ball going.
I think he teed her up.
Chamberlain, number 3, replaces Cameron Collins in the Foxboro overhead lineup.
No
over to the other
technical,
side.
no technical. But Coach Witz had an argument there. Why are we having this conversation? We're in a rhythm here. Let's go. 4:09 to go here. Talbot. Little hesitation, up and under, and oh my
beautiful.
goodness!
50, 13-point lead.
Back come the Lady
flipping it.
Middies.
Middies aren't going softly, you're right. They're going tough.
They'll put some pressure on the ball here. It gets skipped up to the elbow. Underneath it goes. Reuter, little baseline pass to Hill. Up and under. Reuter can't get it to go, but she's hacked in the act. And I think that's going to go against Alcazar.
It is. She got ball on that. She's arguing that she got ball and it shouldn't be a foul. Referee's not going to agree with her. Minnie's out there to prove to everyone far and wide that there's something other than Shaw's Farm here in Dracut.
Well, one thing I know is for sure, I don't think a referee has ever changed their call based on an argument with a player. Reuter misses the first one.
Neither has an umpire.
Spoken by a true umpire. Reuter,
She
one
makes
out of
one
two.
14-point lead, 3:41 to go. Talbot, they're going to come out and challenge her, tell her to drive to the hoop. She's going to kick over to Brody Gannon.
Gannon
Set
pull
shot,
up jumper.
In, out, out. Al-Assad's getting tough here.
They have to put on this pressure. Ball comes over the
Jump
top.
ball. Possession arrow goes to Foxboro,
you know
but nice
what?
play, Brody Gannon.
That's a good play because it stops the offense from progressing. And the other thing is the next possession belongs to you. So good hustle by Gannon. Inbound pass now, trying to get it in. This is Foley, got it over the top. Little dribble drive, it's going to be on the floor, and it's going to be called on Gannon.
That's okay. Gannon's only got, what, 2? That's her second?
I think it's her first, if I have it marked down right, her first personal, but that will be the 8th foul, so
I was being
1-and-1
conservative.
opportunity.
Yep, they've got it at 1-2. Got to look to our left to see, or to our right.
Or straight down.
Straight down. I don't see it straight down.
Sullivan hits the first. She's got 17, and that's her season average.
She
Rattles
makes
in
both.
the second. So free throws, huge factor here. 16-point Foxboro advantage, 3:17 to go. Talbot, between the legs, will step back. Kick out, a give and go pass.
Kicked basketball.
Possession will stay with the Lady Middies.
That was an intentional kick on the basketball there. That wasn't accidental by any way, shape, or form. That could technically, I think you could call a technical foul on that, but they won't in this situation.
Typically what happens is if it's not on purpose, 5-second violation called on Al-Assad. If it's not on purpose, they will not blow it dead. If it is on purpose, they will blow it dead, and that's what they did. Back the other way comes Foxboro. Here comes the full court pressure. And as a result, the Warriors have the numbers. They don't need to hurry up and shoot.
Nope, they're milking the clock with 3 minutes to go. Winning by 16.
Al-Assad.
Oh, Talbot's going to get called with a foul on a reach around.
And it's not a terrible foul, Mark, simply from the standpoint of it's only Talbot's first. You stop the clock. You have an opportunity to limit the scoring here. They make them beat you at the foul line.
Aaron Foley at the line for the Warriors.
Foley will head to the line for 1-and-1 opportunity.
So interestingly enough, you look at the foul situation. Foxboro's only been called for 3 in the second half. The Middies have been called for 9. And it's a rebound, Felker.
And that's exactly what we talked about. If they miss the free throw, you get possession back. So it's cutting into that shot clock. And Talbot, way downtown, no.
And
long
nobody there to
rebound
grab
comes
that
to
ball.
Foxboro. Hill got it back up top to the left, crossover dribble, back to Hill. And she's on the mouth of the Riverhawk. Into the corner it goes, little backdoor cut, and oh,
nice.
Gannon with
Brody
a huge
Gannon.
foul.
That's okay. Make them pay if they're going to go to the basket.
They'll send Foley back to the line. This time it'll be 2. So potentially they fouled the right person in Foley.
Nope.
Not that time.
She used all the rim for that one.
And she has 2 points, both of them via the foul line. And 2 free throws. 2 out of 2.
Middies trail 8 by 18, 2:31 to go in this game.
Started to put a little dent in that lead. Got it down to 14, I believe, at one point. Al-Assad now got to hurry up and generate some offense here. Kicked out to Gannon. Gannon will fire from way downtown. Yes!
She makes it. Timeout, quick timeout there.
And that's Gannon's first bucket of the afternoon. It is a three-pointer. So 68-53. So obviously the Lady Middies down to the final 2:13 in their season. And they are going to keep battling because that's MVC basketball. That's Dracut toughness right there. You got 2:13 left. You use it all.
That's Farmer tough. Blue collar.
We'll take a look here at the numbers at the conclusion of this one, but Ashley Talbot, she's found the scoring touch in the second half. The Lady Middies have scored 16 points in the fourth quarter. 12 points for Foxboro, but 8 of those 12 have come from the free throw line.
Yep, you know, and that's the key. There's a reason Free is in that free throw. There's no defense there. You don't have to. It's just you focused on that rim, putting it through the cylinder.
They won't guard the inbound pass.
No, but they are going to show some pressure, three-quarter court pressure.
Alcazar will stand way
deep.
back. They get it back to the inbound pass, a little
roll.
two-person game, and that's how you beat that pressure. Back it comes. They'll operate in the
Brody
half court.
Gannon.
Sullivan just
Weaving her way through the Middies defense. Well, I can't believe that, you know, somehow she didn't change pivot feet or something in there. She weaved.
I don't think that's the possession that Coach Downs wanted.
I guarantee you
And
it
a
wasn't.
foul on the floor here, so
That's going to put them at 4 fouls for the team.
that's, boy.
It's too late in the ball game for the Middies to really.
Foxboro foul on number 30, Eva Hill.
That'll be Hill's third personal. Checking into the game will be Kylie Sampson, the freshman guard.
For Kaylee Sullivan, the sophomore, who's limping off of the court. Something to do with her right hip, it appears. But with this being the last game, high school game for the season,
Got to get
doesn't
it in.
much
Almost
matter.
another 5-second violation. Gannon got it in just under the clock.
Over to Felker, over to Talbot.
Talbot will fire way downtown. No rebound.
No rebounders.
Hill. And going to get a double team here and a quick foul, and it's
Yep. And if you notice there yet again, she's throwing shoulders.
Dracut foul on number 20.
Ava Hill was doubled up and she
That's-
dropped the shoulder in there. She's trying to extend her arm, which is not allowed, but not much you can do at that point when you're away from the referee and the referee can't see that.
Al-Assad
Sneaky good.
with 4 personals. Hill will head to the line. It's her first trip to the line since the first quarter. She'll knock down the first.
Makes it look easy. Warriors going to drop 2 back
This-
over the half court. No,
this-
1, they're swapping.
This fourth quarter score ledger looks like my SAT test, except my answers were all wrong. Foxboro 1 out of 2 there, but they've hit a majority of them. Talbot,
Talbot's
right
going
hand
to cut
dribble.
through.
I'm not
Throws it up there.
travel.
Travel. They're going to say to spin. She picked up her dribble on the spin. Peter Witz isn't happy with the call, but there's not much you can do.
69-53.
You know, this is something I think the Neshoba Regional wanted. These Up, Talbot foul.
And they're just trying to steal the ball at this point. Have to wonder at this point, Mark, when do you, if you're Peter Witz, do you
He's got
stop
5
fouling?
substitutes right there.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, that's the right move. Get your bench in and give some of these kids on the floor their just due, as they'll get an opportunity to come off the floor for the last time.
And there's one to get it to 70, and here we go. Mass substitution, Middies. Nope, he pulled 3 back. Al-Assad and Alcazar go to the, both with a hug from Coach Peter Witz, Julius Sanborn, and finally Steve Talbot.
Alcazar, the senior. Assad just a junior. Ball goes up, missed, and the rebound goes to Foxboro.
Tell you, Alcazar hasn't decided on where she's going to college. I think somebody might want to come talk to her right now.
Talbot fires from way downtown. Back iron, no. Rebound.
Middies come up. No, they don't.
Brody
Gannon threw her hands.
battled for it. 1 minute to go in this one.
I think Talbot waved off her head coach. She wants to go out fighting.
Wants to finish on the floor.
Mackenzie with the foul. Mackenzie Murphy. Her first, I believe. Maybe her second.
I think it's her first. Senior guard, Mackenzie Murphy.
So we have Brody Gannon, Emma Felker, Mackenzie Murphy, Ashley Talbot, and Kareen Kumas.
Now we'll get some substitutes. Cook.
Oh, there she goes.
Well,
her twin sister, Kara Cook, comes in.
Talbot.
And it's a standing ovation from the Middies faithful for Miss Ashley Talbot.
Talbot
and Miss
and Gannon.
Gannon. Gannon tough, shows some emotion, crying in her coach's arms.
It's been a great run for Ashley Talbot, Brody Gannon, the Lady Middies. They've had a terrific season, a really good 2-year run, actually.
Oh, right up and over her back. Kumas couldn't box her out.
Reuter.
I'll say this. I know that her Brody's aunt, Kelly, and grandmother, Judy Fisker, down in Florida watching her cousin, Josh Gagnon, play some lacrosse for Western New England College. You both have to be proud of your granddaughter and your niece. She fought to the end, ladies. She's Gannon tough. She did a good job on Grandpa Jack.
There are a lot of other teams that wish they were playing in this game here today. I know they won't be happy at the conclusion of this one, but they'll look back at this season and have a lot of things that they can smile about years down the road. Getting to the title game here, the first title game, right, Mark, in Lady Midi history.
First basketball title game. You know, Kim Ducharme is sitting over in the fan section, and Kim is one of the few middies who's tasted victory on the state level. She led the Lady Middies softball team to 2 straight Division II softball state championships. And then went and won a couple of national championships for Merrimack College in softball as well.
Not too shabby.
No, not too shabby. Cook with the basketball. Oh no, Kumas with the basketball. Fire away, Cook. Ball's loose. Fahey can't quite get to it. Basketball across half court. They're going to milk the clock out. They're just going to dribble it out with a 19-point win in the state championship game. Tough Middies effort tonight.
Foul on the floor, so that'll send Kylie Sampson back to the line for 2. We'll take a look at the scoring leaders here for both teams. Felker will finish with 12, Alcazar with 6, Al-Assad with 4, Gannon with 3. Talbot leading all scorers with 28.
And here comes the super fresh, here comes the sophomores. Fahey, Kumas, Mackenzie Murphy.
A nice round of applause for them. And hugs all around.
And it's in and out. Nice. Rebound, Shank.
Nice rebound there by Shank.
Yep.
Back the other way.
Unfortunately,
comes Anderson. Anderson dribbling around half court. They
she
poke it
let
away
it
from
go.
her.
She let it go. Middy's gonna get, nope, they're gonna let it, dribble it out.
Reuter, skip pass across the way. Brandt
Insult
at the buzzer.
to injury.
No.
And so, from the Paul E. Songus Arena in Lowell, it's Foxboro 73, Dracut Middies 53. Congratulations to the Foxboro Warriors on their Division II MIAA Ladies Basketball Championships.
Yeah, very impressive job by the Foxboro Warriors, and this entire team is they're going to be back. A majority of their scoring. We'll look at the ledger for them. Cameron Collins finished the night with 15. Isabel Chamberlain with 5. Kaylee Sullivan with 18. Erin Foley with 3. Kylie Sampson with 3. Ava Hill, the 6th player off the bench, with 11. And Addie Reuter finished with 18 points and was a monster on the glass tonight. Huge congratulations to the Foxboro Warriors. As Mark mentioned, the Division II state champions. There's some hardware to be handed out, but got to hand it to this this Lady Middies team. Nothing to be ashamed of. You gave it your best. You got to the state title game, and only 2 teams can get to this point, and they were one of them. Coach Witz and his staff
have a lot to be proud of.
A lot to be proud of. And what's the message that you're telling your ladies before you send them off to get ready for their spring seasons here, Mark?
You know what? You gave it your all. You left everything you possibly could on that basketball court. You didn't wilt in the face of adversity. And ladies, you made it to the championship game. You made it to the Songus Arena. It's only 2 miles from Merrill Gymnasium. You made it here.
Yep.
That's a testament to how hard you work.
Coach Talbot pointing up to the stands, thanking the faithful, Lady Middy faithful, for all their support through the year. Good class being shown here by the Dracut Lady Middies, as they are the state runner-ups in Division II, and congratulations to them. But to the victor go the spoils today, and it'll be Foxboro's day, and I don't hesitate to say that chances are they'll be back here tomorrow.
We would hope
or
so.
Next year, not tomorrow. Gosh, tomorrow, I got plans tomorrow. I got to go to work.
Tomorrow
but next
is
year,
hockey.
Yeah, hockey tomorrow.
Is Associate Executive Director of the MIAA, Richard Pearson, to the 2023 MIAA.
So collecting the championship plaque out there, Coach Downs and her captains, Cameron Collins, the junior guard, and Maddie Mayer, the senior guard. Congratulations to the Foxboro Lady Warriors from the Hockomock League, and the rest of the team will join them there. And you know what? You look at this Dracut team. They lose 73-53. They battled hard, and clapping for the state champions, showing class all the way. Dracut High Lady Middies.
Absolutely. It's a sad ending to a fine career. 6 years playing in the Dracut High School program, either JV or varsity. Talbot, Gannon, I think Felker started playing varsity for Peter Witz as freshman. That's 4 solid years of basketball. You know, that says something. They should be commended. They should get a standing ovation themselves. Yes, it's tough to lose, but it's tougher to lose before reaching the championship game, I think.
Well, that is going to wrap things up for us here on Dracut Access TV. I want to thank you all for watching. It's been a wonderful trip. And the Middies fall short on the scoreboard, but they have a lot to be proud of, and they'll look back on the season with a lot of joy. They've accomplished great things for the program. Coach Witz should be proud of his team and staff, and the school should be proud as well.
These girls should be proud of themselves.
Foxboro wins the Division II state title here over the Dracut Lady Middies. For my partner, Mark the Mayor Nichols, Mike the Birdman Dobbs on the moving pictures, my name is Jason Roby signing off. Thank you again for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the spring.
Good night, Middy Nation.